Hi everyone, it's Andrea and welcome to Online Storytime. This week for Online Storytime, we are doing books that are all about the fair and farm animals because for those of you that live in Kern County, guess what starts tomorrow? That's right, the Kern County Fair starts tomorrow and I'm really excited obviously. So let's go and get started with our first book. The first one is called Billy and Goat at the State Fair. Billy and Goat were the best of friends. Billy stuck to the path, but Goat made his own way. Billy liked to swing and Goat liked to push. Billy liked to fix the tractor and Goat liked to ride it. Billy liked to smell the flowers and Goat liked to eat the flowers. Together, they made a great pair. Billy liked reading adventure stories and Goat was always looking for real-life adventures. And he found one. The big state fair was coming. Look at all that fun stuff. There's rides, there's corn dogs, pies, and music. It looks really fun. There was even a best goat competition. Billy could tell that Goat really wanted to go. And why not? Billy already knew who the best goat was. So Billy washed Goat's fur and scrubbed his hooves till they shined. When the day of the fair arrived, Billy was sure Goat would be awarded the blue ribbon. The state fair was huge and loud and full of people. There were so many things to see and do and eat. Goat was excited, but Billy was scared. The state fair was huge and loud and full of people. Still, he really wanted Goat to win. He'd have to be brave. Billy and Goat made their way through the crowds, past rides and games and displays, and finally found the livestock tent. It was nice and quiet inside, and Billy was happy to wait in the tent for the competition to begin, but not Goat. He wanted an adventure. The maze looked like fun to Goat and was easy to get through once he made a shortcut. Goat loved the log plunge. There were so many things to see, to ride, to hear, and to eat. Billy's heart was racing when he finally caught up with Goat. "I was afraid you'd get lost," he panted. "I was afraid I'd get lost." Then Billy looked around and realized where they were sitting. They were on the biggest float in the parade. The crowd roared and the band played and everything was just plain big. But with Goat by his side, Billy decided it was also actually fun. For the rest of the day, Billy and Goat explored the fair together. They rode every ride. They came in third and fourth in the pie eating contest. They joined the yodeling competition and enjoyed the floral displays. They shared corn dogs. Goat thought the sticks were delicious. Billy loved the teacup ride best. Goat's favorite was the roller coaster. Finally, they headed back to the livestock tent, just in time to see the blue ribbon awarded to another goat. But neither of them minded. They'd had an amazing adventure at the fair. Besides, Billy already knew who the best goat really was. The end. All right, it's time for our next book, and this is another book that is about some, what are those? More goats. That's right. This is called Oh Look. Oh, look, we see a fence. It's always there, keeping us in, safe and sound. Can't go over it, can't go under it, can't go around it, but there's the gate and it's unlocked. Let's go through it. Squeak, 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 it goes as we go through it. Oh, look, we see a bridge, a nice wide bridge. Can't jump over it, can't go under it, Can't go around it. Let's go across it. Click, click, click. Our little hooves go as we go across it. Oh, look, we see a hill, high and green. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Let's climb up it. Puff, puff, puff. We go as we climb it. Oh, look, we see water, a deep blue pond. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Let's swim in it. Swish, swish, swish. We go as we swim in it. Oh, look, we see some mud, soft and gooey, slippery and slick. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Let's play with it. Squish, squish, squish. It goes as we play with it. Oh, look, we see a fair with big striped tents and flags all aflutter. Can't go over them. Can't go under them. Can't go around them. Let's run between them. Flap, 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 go the flags as we run between them. Oh, look, we see a carousel with merry, merry music going round and round. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Let's get on it. Pa-pa, pa-pa, pa-pa. It goes as we climb on. Oh, look, we see a mirror. It wiggles and wobbles. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. How does it do that? Let's look behind it. Oh, look, we see something with great big eyes and sharp green claws. It's an ogre, and he looks mean. Now we're scared. Let's run home as fast as we can. Past the mirror that wiggles and wobbles on the carousel that pop-paws. Between the tents that flap, flap, flap. Into the water with the swish, 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 and gooey mud with the squish, squish, squish. Up the hill with the puff, puff, puff. Across the bridge with the click, click, click. Through the gate with a long, loud squeak. Right back home, safe and sound. Ah. The end. All right. I think it's time for a song. Are you guys ready for a song? Okay. I think we should sing one about a farm animal. And how about let's sing about a little piggy. Okay. I'm a little piggy, short and stout. Here are my ears and here is my snout. When I see the farmer in the dell, I oink, 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 and wiggle my tail. You guys want to try it with me? Okay, get ready to oink, 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 and wiggle your tail. I'm a little piggy, short and stout. Here are my ears and here is my snout. When I see the farmer in the dell, I oink, 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 and wiggle my tail. Good job. That was fun. Okay. Time for our next book. This one is called Doug Unplugs on the Farm. Can you tell what Doug is? Looks like Doug's a robot. Do robots go to the farm? Let's see. This is Doug. He's a robot. Doug and his parents are going to visit the grandbots. Everyone plug in, said Dad. We'll be driving through farm country, said Mom. You can learn all about farms on the way. Doug's parents wanted him to be the smartest robot ever. Doug learned bushels of facts about farm things. A baby pig is called a piglet. Horses can pull plows. Cows need to be milked every day. Apples grow on trees. Chickens lay eggs. And sheep tend to follow each other. He was just learning about how sheepdogs can herd sheep when suddenly, what happens? A whole flock of sheep ran into the road, and their car went into a ditch. And worse, the whole family came unplugged. Oh dear, said Dad. Oh my, said Mom. Oh boy, said Doug. Doug could see that the farm girl needed help. Can you tell what she's trying to do? She trying to get the sheep back? He needs to help her. And so he made like a sheepdog, and together they rounded up those sheep. Thank you, said the farm girl. Want to help with the rest of my chores? She asked. Doug did. Don't go far, said his mom. Doug knew that milk came from cows, but he actually got to milk one. And he learned that a cow's tongue felt rough. They got hay from the barn, prickly, and picked apples from a tree. Delicious. The horse thought both the hay and the apples were delicious. And Doug learned that baby ducklings like to follow him. The farm girl fetched water from a deep, dark well, and Doug learned how thirsty and smelly pigs can be. When he gathered eggs from the henhouse, Doug learned that roosters can be bossy. The rooster even chased the cat onto the roof of the barn. Luckily, Doug could fly up to get her. Doug could see for miles from the top of the barn. He could see his parents and that their car was still stuck in a ditch. The tractor was out of gas, but Doug had another idea. A horse, of course. The horse had their car back on the road in no time. Doug and his parents thanked the farm girl and her horse and got back in their car. Everyone plug in, said Dad. But Doug stayed unplugged. He thought about all the ways he'd helped out on the farm and all the stories he'd had for his grandbots. I picked it myself, Doug told them. And they thought he was the smartest little robot ever. The end. Are you guys ready for the next book? Right, the next book is another fair one because I really like those. This one is called Splat the Cat Up in the Air at the Fair. It was finally the day of the fair. Splat, Spike, and Plank knocked on Kitten's door. While the friends waited for Kitten, they did stretches. They wanted to prepare for every riding game at the fair. At last, Kitten came out in a wheelchair. What happened? Asked Splat. I fell down the stairs, said Kitten. I can't go to the fair. Everyone signed Kitten's cast. Then Splat, Spike, and Plank waved goodbye, and off to the fair they went. Poor Kitten, Plank said. I wish we could share the fun of the fair. We can, said Splat. Let's bring Kitten something back from the fair. When the friends got to the fair, the first tent they saw had a spooky sign. Beware of the ghost bear. No way, said Plank. Too creepy. I don't care, said Splat. Do you think you'd go see the ghost bear? When Splat came out of the ghost bear's lair, he had spiky hair. I wasn't really scared, Splat declared. What's next? Then the friends heard a cry. Shop in here, lots to wear. How about a fun hat for Kitten? Asked Spike. It might mess up her hair, said Splat. Another voice blared. Are you hungry? Try my new wares. Plank picked up a chocolate eclair. Yum, he said. Kitten would love these. The friends went on the next ride, and Spike took care of the chocolate eclairs. Can you tell what Spike's doing? Looks like he's eating them. When they got off, Plank and Splat stared at Spike. He had cream all over his face. No more eclairs for Kitten. Sorry, I was hungry, said Spike. We'll get more, said Splat. For Kitten, we've got money to spare. They went back to the food booth. Now what? Said Plank in despair. Let's ride the Ferris wheel, Splat said. I think better when I'm up in the air. The friends went up and up and up. Plank said, wow, what a view. Spike said, it's so unfair that Kitten couldn't be here too. Splat spotted a game from the air. We can win a stuffed teddy bear for Kitten, said Splat. The cat in charge of the booth explained the game. Splat would get a pair of coconuts to throw. If Splat hit the square, the cat in the chair would fall into the water tank, and Splat would win a prize. Okay, said Splat. Here I go. He threw the first coconut. The coconut fell on Spike's foot. Ouch. Spike screamed. His scream scared the cat in the chair, and the scaredy cat jumped into the air. Look what you've done, said the booth owner. He gave Splat a glare. It was time to leave the fair. The friends helped the scaredy cat get untangled from the balloons. The grateful cat gave Splat, Spike, and Plank the balloons. The friends took the balloons home to give to Kitten. They finally got something to take to her. It's nice to know how much you care, said Kitten. I'm lucky to have friends with flair. The end. Okay, are you guys ready for the next song? Okay, good, me too. This one's called This Little Cow. And I need you all to hold up your fingers just like this. And we're going to pretend like these are all your little cows, okay? All right. This little cow eats grass. This little cow eats hay. This little cow drinks water. And this little cow does nothing but lie and sleep all day. You want to do it one more time? Okay. Hold up your cows. You see your little cows. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This little cow eats grass. This little cow eats hay. This little cow drinks water. And this little cow does nothing but lie and sleep all day. All right, good job, you guys. All right, time for our next book. And this one is called Maisie at the Fair. Do you guys know Maisie? She's a little mouse. Maisie and Tallulah are going to the fair. Look at all the rides and treats. All these rides. And look, there's cotton candy. First, Maisie and Tallulah go on the big slide. Whee! Then they jump inside the bouncy castle. Boing, boing. Maisie rides the merry-go-round. Up and down, round and round. But where's Tallulah? Maisie can't find her anywhere. Now, Eddie's in the bouncy castle. Boing, boing. Have you seen Tallulah? Yoo-hoo! There she is, way up high. Can you tell what she's riding? It's the Ferris wheel. Maisie and Eddie get on the Ferris wheel too. Have fun, everybody. Goodbye, Maisie. See you soon. The end. All right, time for one last book. This one is called Arthur's Lost Puppy. Do you guys know Arthur? I like Arthur. All right, here we go. Arthur and DW took baby Kate to the street fair. Pal came along too. Pal's their puppy. There was lots to do. Arthur gave Kate a ride in a little fire truck that went around and around. DW got her face painted. Look, Kate, I'm a cat. But Kate was looking at something else. Can you see what Kate's looking at? Is she looking at the balloons? Suddenly, Kate began to cry. Are you hungry? Asked Arthur. Here's your bottle. But Kate did not want her bottle. Wah, 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 she cried. Do you have a wet diaper? Asked DW. But Kate's diaper was dry, and she still cried. Wah, wah, wah. Arthur lifted the baby from her stroller. He rocked her in his arms. He tickled her tummy. He made funny faces, but still she cried. Wah, wah, wah. Kate loves ice cream, said Arthur. Run to the store, DW, and get her a cone. I'm going to try to make her feel better. DW tied Pal's leash to a bench and went into the store. A clown with balloons walked by. Pal barked at him. Woof, woof, woof. When DW came out of the store, Pal was gone. She looked up and down the street. That dog is trouble, she cried, and she ran to tell Arthur. Looks like he got loose. Oh no, cried Arthur. Why would Pal run away? Maybe he's mad at you, said DW. You yelled at him today for chewing your slippers. Arthur said nothing. He just looked very sad. But Kate had a lot to say. Wah, 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 she cried. Then Arthur said, DW, take Kate home. Maybe she needs a doctor, and I need to find Pal. He began calling, here, Pal, here, Pal. Do you see Pal right there? Arthur passed the ring toss table, the bob for apples table, and a table with pumpkin pies, chocolate cakes, and cookies. He wished there was a table with hamburgers. Pal would be sure to be hanging around it. You see right there? Do you see Pal? He's hiding. Have you seen a lost puppy? Arthur asked a police officer. A lost puppy, said the officer. Yes, one was taken to the school. Oh, thank you, said Arthur, and he ran to the school. Is that Pal? The lost puppy was not Pal. Arthur sadly walked home. Back at the street fair, the clown with the balloons tripped over his big floppy shoes. Crash! Down he went, and as he fell, he let go of his balloons. Then guess what? A little brown puppy jumped up and grabbed the balloon strings with his teeth. Who is that little brown puppy? Is that Pal? Yeah. The balloons rise higher and higher. Over the roofs, over the trees, up, up, up they went. And so did Pal. Look, someone shouted, a flying puppy. Then suddenly, bang, pop, bang. The balloons hit a tall tree. One by one they burst. Pal floated slowly down. When he got home, he still had one beautiful red balloon. And one was all he needed to make Kate very happy. So what did Kate want the whole time? She just wanted a balloon. The end. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to Online Storytime today. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. And I hope to see you next week, okay? All right. Bye.